Hi, guys.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Fly High Fridays.
Where them girls be
Squawking.
So, yeah, what a week. And happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
I just, want to say how busy my week has been. I think I say this every week.
We're always busy. We're always learning and growing.
Yeah.
And doing something. Or doing nothing, which is still something. So, yeah, I will agree there. Definitely been an eventful but busy week.
A very great Thanksgiving this year. Good food, good family and friends. And, new cousins,
Old
I was
cousins.
pretty excited about meeting the new cousins and stuff, and
The new babies.
yeah,
in the family.
that was pretty cool. Just feeling old.
Yeah.
Feeling old.
Because
Yeah,
we are getting up there.
of
I'll
course.
say that. I just had a 30th birthday this week. As y'all know, we discussed it last Friday.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. I was at work, but it was beautiful.
Yeah.
And I had a friend take me out to eat. Thank you, Treya. It was beautiful. This week has been beautiful. It's been very peaceful, I will say, for my week. You? Just busy? Just a little busy?
Yeah.
We'll get to the peace.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
a lot of busyness.
Yeah.
It's a lot. But I wanted to finish off what we started last week, which is, let me see his name again.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Mr. Lewis Howes from podcast The School of Greatness. And he's talking about This Is Why You Can't Find Love with guest speaker Dr. Joe Dispenza, right? And I brought this to the channel because, relationship building is like important in life. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when you're, in this life here, you want to learn how to really relationship build. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so to continue, because you'll have to go back and watch last week's episode, but you don't have to stop and do it right now. Go ahead, listen to this episode.
Sit through us.
And you can go back after this, okay? Look, Jazz actually made it today.
Right? She says, Josiah, hey, Josiah. Thanks for tuning in.
Right, because she said
Starting young.
She normally tunes in on Sundays.
Yeah.
But
Switching it up this week. Well, we're switching it up, really. It's Saturday.
Right, it is Saturday. Yeah. And you know why we came on Saturday. It's Thanksgiving week.
We were busy with family stuff.
Yeah. You know that. So
We gotta all take a break, right? We all get a break. Hopefully you will forgive us,
Right.
We're here today.
They will. But to get right into it, and to continue off what we were talking about last week, now we have a mirror of ourselves that we value, and it's no longer things or the environment in control. And now it's just practicing staying in this. So just to, kind of at the end there, he was just saying how when you're in, basically, when you're in wholeness, you have this open heart, right? Your heart is so open when you're in this wholeness state, right? That you can no longer not protect, nurture, and evolve the love that you have inside of you, if that makes sense.
It does.
Right, because you're so whole. So it's not because of status or environment, and somehow it's within. And it becomes and can become consistent in my life, right? So we consistently want to feel a certain type of emotion, right? Like he said, like the doctor said, it's like an addiction, right? When you addicted to something, you want to continue. Yeah, you want to feel that emotion every single day. Yeah. Right? So, with that being said, and if we're being transparent, I think that's everybody. Yeah. Right? And when I say that, it's because, too, now, so the question is, how long can we stay or choosing to give and help to get out? Choosing to give up and help needing to get out, or like asking for help to get out of the situation.
Ask the question again.
So the question is, how long can I stay? So stay in the emotional state that you're in, right? The bliss, the wholeness. Yeah. Right. The question is, how long can I stay in it? Or choosing to give up and asking for help to get out. Yeah. Right.
So asking for help to get out of the bliss? Yeah. So you're trying to need help
some people, yeah, some people don't want to evolve.
Which is, I mean, yes, because I feel like even that's people aren't aware of what they're going through. They think this is all there is, and they want to keep living in that cycle. So I guess, yeah, I get that, and they want to stay where they're at. So
yeah, they get comfortable. Yeah, or they get fearful because sometimes we're uncomfortable, but we're comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Enough to stay in that state to where you don't want to move. Yeah. And at that point, you're addicted. Yeah. You're addicted to that. Yeah, you're addicted to staying comfortable at that point, I would say.
I was going to say staying comfortable in the survival mode.
Yes.
Just because we were discussing that earlier this week.
Yes, that's what he said. Yeah, that's what Dr. Joe said also, was that you want to transition out of, what we're wanting to do is transition out of survival mode and into evolve. Yeah. Is that what he said? Let me go back. Evolve mode.
Take your notes.
Like evolve. Yeah, it said right here. You have to practice trading survival emotions for elevated emotions every day. Wow. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. Here. Okay. If you didn't know.
Catch me up. I just want to be on the same page.
The gist of what we're talking about is why we can't find love. This is why we can't find love. And transforming our minds to lasting and magnetic relationships. Okay. Right. And so he was saying, first off, we need to learn, or we need to practice trading survival emotions for elevated emotions every day. Okay. Right. So people who are in love with themselves will find love in others, not seeing all the flaws the other person has, but we will see what we enjoy about the other person. Yeah. Right. Love, they said in the Bible, love is not judged, right? I would say that's kind of what that's saying. You know, you're not, you don't judge it by its flaws. You're not looking that way. Yeah. You know. You kind of look past that, what we call it, the red flags. Yeah. You know, so to find love, I have to become aware of what frustrates me and leave it behind, or any flaws. So the only reason I could be frustrated with an ex is because I haven't corrected that emotion. Otherwise, when my ex is mentioned, I just would wish him well. Okay, so not learning to become aware of certain emotions will lead me to passing up my husband, because I won't recognize him due to me still thinking and living in the past emotion. Yeah. And replaying what happened in the past and going back to the past. And exactly. Yeah. Sis, that hit home right there. I needed that. Right. So when I overcome and then become aware, knowing the relationship I want will come to me, And it's going to feel like it came out of nowhere. When really, I'm deserving at this point. I put in that time, I put in that effort, I put in that work.
Yeah.
Literally. Not physically. Not physically. I'm not talking physically. I'm talking emotionally. I'm constantly reaching for it.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So I am out. I'm out of survival mode and now in active elevation emotions. And I have to consistently bond with my future and fall in love with it like I would do a spouse. So no person, thing, or environment will remove me from it. But if I fall off because I am human for the day, well, my question to myself is, what caused it? What person? What situation? And rehearse it in my mind by my disconnect to love. I'm not for sure why I wrote that.
Okay, because you did lose me right at the end, and I was just like, okay, let me wait for her to finish that.
Well, my question to myself is what caused it? Become aware, what person, what situation, and rehearse it in my mind, the situation and how I can overcome it. Okay, so, and at this point, I'm deserving of love because I'm aware of it. That's simply all I'm saying. You become deserving of love when you become aware of self things. You know what I'm saying?
Putting in the work, or you even self-sabotaging, is you being honest with yourself.
Yeah, you feeling the emotion.
Yeah, going
of
through
love.
it. Yeah.
Actually visualizing. He talking about visualizing it. Sitting in your future.
Yeah.
Reminiscing. You know what I'm saying? Kinda, in a way. Daydreaming.
I'm a daydreamer, y'all.
Daydreaming.
I love daydreaming about
what I can do
and create.
Exactly. And the doctor is saying that that's a good exercise.
Yeah.
For life. That's a good exercise for life. You want to try to do this every day. You know what I'm saying? Because trust me, we get out of that visualizing and stuff. Yeah, we don't do that every day.
I try to get it done. I try to take a moment to get it done because it's so fun to me. You literally can create whatever you want.
Exactly.
And that's where I come up with all my ideas for different stuff to do, what I sell, what I make, my poems. I mean, I have to be able to imagine what I want because it's out there and believe that I deserve it.
Exactly. And he said it right here, y'all. And at this point, I'm deserving of love, right? Simply because I'm doing what it takes to keep me in that same emotion I want in my future.
Yeah, staying in that bliss, what you were saying earlier. Yeah.
It's literally, what he's saying is literally that simple, right? And I do agree.
It reminds me of what I was telling you earlier this month before my birthday. It feels like I've been just riding on a cloud 9 all month. And I kid you not, this came right on time because it felt like my high was coming down, like my natural high was coming down of life. And then it's just like it's going back to what we were saying before, is we're having to maintain it. Stay consistent and staying here because I am deserving of it. I am deserving of always being on this cloud 9 and literally living my best life. Yeah. Why not? And I love it. I had to be reminded of that.
If you're tired.
Because, it gets tiring after a while, especially when
I'm tired.
Stay in autopilot. You've been going to work. You've been doing this, handling that. It does get tiring, and then it's just like it starts to I'm up here, and then I'm like, all right, come on, let's climb back up. Yeah. Let's keep going. We got to keep staying there because I know I'm deserving of it. And it'll get easier. Right. You just need to be reminded, which is... I thank God for Kandice, y'all, for looking up this. I thank God for this person who is he again? Who brought this to your attention?
Lewis Howes.
Yes.
Lewis Howes.
Because it came right on time. You don't even be knowing when you need it.
Right.
But I needed it. So.
Okay, period.
Period.
Me too. And so, And so as I'm doing this and I'm able to do it enough times, and that feeling becomes very familiar to me.
Yeah.
Subconscious. Right? I just start being in the bliss just
because. It started off that way earlier this month. I kid you not, until I just randomly started waking up just happy, excited. Like, life is still banging, like, booming. And it's just being reminded that to stay there, stay focused on that. That's the goal at the end of the day. You want to stay there.
Yeah.
So, girl.
And
get me back excited about life. Get me back on that cloud nine, sis. Get me back up there.
I'm letting you know.
Thank you.
And in meditation, we can transfer energy to our brains to change our fears and insecurities into bliss. And there's an energy we create to heal and create. And the body now feels this magnetic feeling. Mm-hmm. When you're in bliss, mm-hmm. now your body feels this magnetic feeling. Have you ever, like, not to be weird, but do you feel kind of magnetic when you just excited about something?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You kind
I
of
tell her all the time.
This different feeling.
I be vibrating, y'all, when I'm really excited about some shit.
The butterflies in the stomach.
Yes. It is.
Don't we get them butterflies
I love it.
in the stomach?
Yes, it is quite magical. And it's just like, okay. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it. I feel it.
So he's saying you can transfer energy to our brains to change our fears, to change our fears and insecurities into bliss.
Give me that superpower.
Yeah. In that same energy, we can create and we can heal.
Yeah.
Right? And so the body starts to get that butterfly feeling and we're getting excited about life.
The heart starts to pumping.
Yeah.
You're just like, all right, I'm alive here. I'm moving. I'm okay.
And so while meditating, I could let my mind run on programs, past, or practice the formula, which is me lowering the volume to that emotion, the negative, and take my attention off the person or problem, right? And here comes my energy back, which flows to my heart, then to my brain, which allows my heart to naturally open up, and I'm no longer in want or lack because I'm feeling before the experience, because I'm meditating. Yeah. I'm in there. I'm visualizing. I'm imagining, and so now I'm like feeling how it feel
when you're yes,
exactly, right. So my body is connected to my future. Mm-hmm. My body is connected to my future, right, and I'm no longer looking for it. I feel like it's already happened, and now things feel weird. Because now things are coming to me.
Yeah.
And I get to choose to take it or not. I can't give it lack. I can't give in lack only in abundance. I can't give in lack only in abundance. When I'm in lack or separation, time gets crazy because I'm wanting things to happen and it feels like it's taking forever.
Yeah.
But when I'm in love and connected, I don't want the moment to end.
Okay. I was going to say, give me that again. Give me that one more time.
So when I'm in lack or separation, so I can't give lack only in abundance.
Yeah.
I can't give lack only in abundance. I was hoping that didn't go over your head right there.
Thank you.
When I'm in lack or separation, time gets crazy because I'm wanting things to happen and I feel like it's taking forever. But when I'm in love and connected, I don't want the moment to end.
Yes. Yes.
Right. Right. We can all vouch to that.
I can.
So when I'm feeling these elevated emotions and locked with love, I start to see through the lens of love, and there's compassion. You get more patient. When you tap into this emotion, for real,
Mm-hmm.
you start visualizing, you start feeling this experience, and you start to do that every day. You can put your body into that emotion every day. Y'all, you start to get compassionate. You start to be more patient.
Yeah.
Love brings patience at this point.
Yeah.
It just changes your whole...
But patience and kindness.
Yeah. You know, it gives you that patience once you're here. Once you're there, because you're in a state of bliss. You don't want to get out of that emotion, right? You're in love.
Yeah.
You don't want the moment to end. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I see that friends or exes that did me wrong in so many ways, I'll look at them and see a part of myself that I used to be, but no longer are. And I have nothing but understanding and compassion for them. And I feel for that person. It's like seeing a child throwing a tantrum. I'm no longer triggered because I am and I'm there equal. But I've overcome that, so I instantly feel for them and no longer reactive to them. So when I'm looking at them, I'm no longer triggered.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, when I see them, I don't see them. Let me see. I'm their equal. So I am their equal, but I've overcome. Like if I want to stay there, basically, I'm their equal. But if I've overcome that, so I instantly feel them, and now I'm reactive to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not so like, oh my gosh, he gets on my nerves. Oh my gosh, them butterflies is coming up. You know what I'm saying? No butterflies should be coming up when no ex is coming up. You should just be cooling.
Should roll off the shoulder.
Right? How long are we going to react? Shorten my reaction period. Shortening my reaction period is an intelligence of me keeping myself out of the past, justified, validated, or not. The only person it affects is me. Shortening my reaction period is an intelligence of me keeping myself out of the past, justified, validated, or not. The only person it affects is me. I feel like we don't blame ourselves enough for what we go through. It's always somebody else's fault, or the dog fault, or the bad cheese that we ate fault. You know, it's always somebody else's fault.
The cheese was bad. It reminds me of when you run into a burning house and you want to complain about being burned when you ran into the burning house.
Exactly.
You want to blame the fire, the house on fire, but you are the one who ran into. No one told you to, or even with dealing with the Essex, that was just in general. Just if you see a burning house, and you decide you want to, why would you do that? It's a red flag. Something wrong. You shouldn't do that. That's danger, right?
Yeah.
But even with going back to an ex situation, right?
Right.
And how you should just, keep moving forward and don't look back. Because it always reminds me of what Chance the Rapper said in the song Ultra Light Beam, Kanye West. Chance the Rapper, and he was just like, I bet my ex looking back like a pillar of salt. Like, do y'all know that story? Have y'all heard that story in the Bible? I don't fully remember it, but I remember that part. And didn't the wife look back? After she was told not to look back, and she looked back, and now look, poof, gone. For a reason. You shouldn't look back for that exact reason. Your ex looked back, you shouldn't look back. I'm talking to myself. I'm not even just talking to y'all. I'm talking to myself. Your ex looked back, turned into a pillar of salt. If you don't want to do that and you want to keep pushing and growing, don't look back, and you keep pushing. Growing. Wish them well. They can have it.
Yep.
Because you're in bliss. You're floating on cloud nine.
When you're thinking about your future.
Yeah.
When you're actively thinking about your future daily. You can't think about your past. If you think about your future.
It's kind of hard to think about both going back.
Right?
Confusing.
It's a decision. It's a choice you have to make, ma'am.
Are we going to look back or are we going to look forward? What are we doing?
Exactly. You can only do one at a time.
And it takes up a lot of energy and time.
Which one?
So which one you want to do? Which one would you rather put your time and energy into?
Yeah. And not being able to control my emotions, emotional reaction, not being able to control my emotional reaction makes me a junkie and I'm overdosing.
Ha!
So when I'm aware of this, I have to get above my rational mind, because if I stop to ask myself why, and my reaction is because anything other than myself, then I feel it's justified. And at this point, I don't need to make any decisions. I need to make sure I'm telling myself this is so much more important than the present moment. Remember my future, deep breaths, and if I don't overcome it and let that emotion run its course, that's karma.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because I'm in the past and become predictable, and I'm back in the mud, and my future is looking more like my past.
And we're now back repeating the same cycle we just did.
And along this journey, it's very important to learn the skill of self-regulation in my events. I'm talking about slower reactions. I'm talking about controlling my emotional reactions.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. It makes me a junkie. And I'm overdosing. If I'm not able to control it. If I'm constantly reacting to everything. That's what I'm talking about right now. I want to go back, breathe, take a second. I don't want to make a decision right now. Let me calm down. You know what? Let me think about it. Okay.
Wasn't I just telling you about that happening to someone at work today? The alignment is all I'm going to say. Sometimes you could be frustrated. You got to come back, do a breather, take a walk.
Okay.
And then come back to the situation. You don't have to react right then. Take a breather.
We almost done. Okay. Let me hurry up. This was a pretty thick section. I was trying to hurry it up, so if I'm reading too fast, just, of course, go back. But I feel like all of this is important. So in a relationship, and one is changing, evolving, changing their past, but the other partner is not. Is not there. They're not there yet, right? Stop preaching to that person. Just be happy and start to compromise. And start to compromise yourself due to the obligation or necessity or obedience or program.
Jesus, it's a lot there.
And now I don't know who I am. Right?
Now you're in confusion.
Right? Stop preaching to that person. You trying to force them at this point, and we can't stop it. Let me keep going. Can't force nobody. And now I don't know who I am, right? Because I am changing myself to keep the relationship safe.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Stop it. But keep going. Keep going.
Yeah. and it's as simple as sitting down like two adults and getting vulnerable and discussing likes and dislikes and acting towards those steps of growth and healing, or making that decision to let go.
It's as simple as that, huh? We make it hard.
We do.
Make it very difficult.
We do. If I'm truly love, if I'm truly love, then I'm going to be challenged always.
Yeah.
To a greater level of love.
Yeah.
You think you in bliss now. It's always a better bliss.
There's always
just think about
level,
that. Think about
cloud.
That. It's always a better bliss. What?
What are you saying right now?
Never get comfortable.
There's always more to learn. There's always growth.
Exactly. So in a relationship, it's about awareness. It's about who am I being in this moment? How conscious can I stay? How am I speaking? How am I acting? What's my tone? How much more can I give? How can I forgive? Right? Think about something that I've done that I wanted forgiveness for. And think about how I wanted to be forgiven and forgive that person. And in a sense, I'm forgiving myself, right?
Yeah.
And as I heal into wholeness, I'm learning how to create coherence in my brain and heart and heart, the side effect of that, and heart and the side effect of that of times are dramatic changes in my life. When you are coherent in your heart and in your brain, when you fully open, you feel healthier. You know what I'm saying? That's a more important place. You're gonna feel healthier in that place because you're just like, no worries, Hakuna Matata. Just every day, you know what I'm saying? Just every day, you're like, what's going on? I'm in a bliss.
Every day. My mom literally lives like that, y'all. She's always
and that bliss. Makes you what the doctor is saying. That makes you healthy. That makes you live that makes you live a little bit longer, actually. So now when I think about those events in my life that wasn't right, I'm using these memories to embrace who I am with compassion and forgiveness rather than an unhappy person who's going to use those events from their past to justify why they are that way and to reaffirm the emotional state, to be able to say it's hard to change, but if you catch yourself, it's a victory. So you want to be able to be aware. He's basically stating again, you kind of want to be more aware and not bringing up past events to justify what's going on currently. Yeah. You know, just kind of eliminate.
You don't want to be like, well, I have to go through this before, so this is going to be the same. I was just doing that before. Thank you. Tell me what I'm doing. Mirror me. Yeah.
So he's just saying embrace. You know, embrace who I am.
Yeah.
Rather than unhappy persons.
Yeah.
You know, who walk around like, what was me? You know?
It ain't gotta be
catch
like
yourself.
That. Yeah.
So if we're looking for a reason of why we want things like love, you want it for an emotion. Mm-hmm. The reward, the payoff is an emotion. For example, I work hard all month. I'm gonna buy myself something nice.
Yes.
Love brings me joy. I'm smiling and I'm happy and I'm excited when I'm in some love, right?
Yes.
A little bit.
Somebody said you should, or an affirmation or a prayer, depending on what you need, right? I'm thankful. I am being blessed so I can be a blessing to others. I thought that was, and what you just said was perfect. It helps you, because it goes back into how can you fill anyone's cup if you're empty? Exactly. If you're steady, not doing well. Hi guys.
So after reviewing our last video, we noticed the good stuff got cut off, the ending. So since we realized that, I was like, we gotta get back on, because of course the devil don't want this information out, okay? For the people who actually gets it, okay, and it really can change your life. Normally that's how it happens. Yeah. Right? So, needed to hop back on and basically give you that last 5 minutes of the notes so you can fully get the experience of what we're talking about here. And so, if you were listening, it cut off right after I was saying that if we're looking for a reason of why we want things like love, we want them for an emotion, right? And the reward and the payoff is the emotion, the feeling of the bliss, right? And being in that. And Jazz was just saying, how can you fill somebody else's cup, or how can you be a blessing
if you're not overflowing, if you're not being blessed? Like, how can you do that if you're over here struggling in turmoil, like you're going through it, but you're still trying to help the next person? You can't do that.
Right.
You're just hurting yourself.
Stay
in the bliss, stay thankful, so you can continue to be blessed, so you can continue to be a blessing.
Correct. Right. And after that, what I was saying was, and when we get to experience things with our emotions, it feels greater than we imagine, and reality starts to organize itself to reflect our energy and shows up in our lives, and we feel excited, joy, and inspiration. And I'm open to create my energy. I'm open to create, and my energy is synchronized to my future. Right? And I can see it so much that my brain and my body feels as though it's already happened. So when we're visualizing our future, and we literally still picture it. And we say, this is our future, because I've been there. I did this with my first relationship, not gonna lie to you. I had my whole relationship planned out, right? And it didn't go as planned, as you can see, because I am single, so it didn't go as planned. But it was the fact that I had my future so pictured to the fact to where, yeah, at that point when it didn't go as planned, I didn't even have a plan B at that point. You know what I'm saying? My emotion had left, and that's where I had become a little bit like depressed a little bit, because the plan didn't go as planned. But now that I'm self-developing and I'm understanding that things don't happen to me, they happen for me, I can fully move on and actually take in information like Dr. Joe is giving us, and actually understand it and apply it to my life. You know what I'm saying? And so we relax and let it come to me. And so if I'm not worried about how it's happening or when it's happening, I'm just in the moment. That's going to be the difference between praying as source or creating and praying to source, begging, right? I feel aligned and connected, which is undescribable. It's an undescribable feeling, y'all. When you align and you connected in each step of your day, it's like, wow. Like Jazz was saying that literally right before her birthday. Yeah. You know, it just seemed like leading up to her 30th, it was just like, wow. The awareness was so undescribable.
It really was. My mind was being blown, I feel like every few minutes, every hour, and every day in November, it was just, okay, what we doing? What's happening? And it's like everything just syncing up, lining up, and it's just like, you didn't even know life can get like that. Knew it, but hey, and I'm still just riding that bliss, riding that cloud nine, you know?
Right.
What's next? I gotta stay present and in the moment. But I'm like, what's next? But I got, you know.
Right.
Can't be looking for it, but I'm looking for it. Like,
right.
What's gonna happen next?
Exactly.
So.
And we don't want to come out of that undescribable feeling, right? We want this feeling every day. And this is the bridge, right? This is what the doctor was saying. This is the bridge that we have to cross over in order to really, really feel love and find love, right? Even though we're really not finding it, it's within. Mm-hmm. It's within, and people gravitate to it. You're magnetic now. You know what I'm saying? Literally. And you're like, why me? Like, I ain't even, you look in the mirror like, I ain't even that cute. Come on. Sometimes we get there. We like, dang, he like me? I wonder why. And it's because it's not the physical. It's not the physical. It's the spiritual. It's the magnetic love that you've created in your world that automatically brings things into you.
Yeah.
And so we're not sitting up here tired. That's why when I first started working, I was working warehouse. Hated it. Hated it, you know, because it's so physical, right? It's so physical, but you have to learn, we have to learn how to work more in the spiritual realm. Just period. Okay, so this is just this is just another way of finding love, basically finding love, how to attract it to us. And I didn't want this part to go over your head. That's the difference between praying as source or creating and praying to source, begging. We don't need to beg, y'all. It comes straight to us. That's the difference. And I just needed to add that because we were cut off for whatever reason. And so,
Instagram don't want us to be great.
yeah.
Instagram don't want you to get these meat and potatoes.
Exactly. So, you know, I'm just grateful we were able to add that in there. And I just wanted, and just to really sum it up, I mean, this is basically another way to literally live your life. Just another perspective of being able to live your life and just being able to stay in bliss.
Yeah.
Okay? We want to stay there. It's so fulfilling. And yes, you know, limiting our reaction period, right? We can react. We're human. But being aware and staying aware of our reactions and not making irrational decisions quickly, not making quick decisions, you know, it definitely helps.
Yes.
It definitely helps. And so, again, as I was saying, be guided by love. Be guided by love, okay? And I always show gratitude in every step of the way. And what's today? Monday. I hope and pray that you have a blessed rest of the week. Happy Monday. Happy Monday.
Yeah.
So, be
you
resilient
and driven.
Deuces. Okay, until Friday. And be on the we got special guests.
We have a special guest this Friday.
We have a special guest this Friday, so please tap in.
I'm super excited.
I'm super excited as well. I am super excited as well. So yes, tap in this Friday. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.